Microphone check. Miggity microphone check. Miggity, 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 riggity, riggity, giggity, giggity, miggity, miggity. I'm a little loopy crazy loopy. Microphone check. Microphone check. How is everyone doing? Oh my goodness. Ooh, what a week, everyone. I got some big news. I might have had a little panic settle in. I don't know if it's panic. I'm just trying to play it safe. But I did make some big moves this week. How is everyone doing? I am freaking exhausted. This market has been insane this week. And I am not talking about Bitcoin and crypto. I am talking about the stock market. I am talking about what is going on with Wall Street bets that is shaking me to my core. What is going on at Robinhood? That is crazy. I do want to discuss that. So, back in August, I started accumulating Bitcoin. I was an idiot. I didn't really know. I didn't really know how the best ways to do Bitcoin were. You know, I work a lot, trying to do this YouTube. This takes some time. I got my friend trying to set up Binance.us, and he's a little frustrated. And I'm like, bro, I told you to do this weeks ago, man. It takes time over there. That KYC over there, that KYC takes some time at Binance. But I will tell you, Binance.us and Kraken are hands down the best two platforms in the United States. I do have a referral link for Binance.us. I do not have a referral link for Kraken. I'm kind of working on that, but I am a bit lazy, and you really got to jump through some hoops and Kraken and kind of be a lawyer to figure it out. Anyway, I digress. Robinhood, up to no good. Inglewood, son. I have a little bit of a fear. Oh my God. So, all right. I'm going to try not to get distracted here. So Robinhood, up to no good. The cherry limon. I know Fizz is getting a wall. I think Fizz is up big on a Wall Street bets pump. Tell you what, man, Wall Street bets, you won. Congratulations. Here's the problem, though, boys and girls. A lot of people are going to get hurt. You destroyed some hedge funds. You have rocked the markets to its core. So now one of my other friends is telling this friend that Binance is the shit. Oh, is shit. I'm like, dude, what? No, it's like, it's amazing. So now I have to say he's an idiot. Yeah, that's how we roll here. I don't pull no punches. You know me, I'm a straight shooter. I think you're dumb. I'm going to tell you you're dumb. Binance is freaking amazing. Binance has the best fees. I would sit here and explain it to my friend, but I got better things to do right now. Binance has the best fees on the planet. I don't think there's better when it comes to a centralized, excuse me for hitting that mic. Excuse me, I'm gonna clear my throat, everyone, real quick. My apologies. Anyway, Binance has the best fees, hands down the best fees, especially if you buy some BNB, the Binance coin. You get much better fees. Dude, all right. I'm going to get back to this because it's going to be a progression. It'll make sense. Robinhood. I'm afraid Robinhood, I think there's a pretty good chance that they're going to become insolvent. They're probably begging for money right now from their venture capitalist or whoever. The writing is on the board. It scared the ass out of me. Now I got to step back more. Remember when I said I started buying Bitcoin? Well, I was buying it on Robinhood because it was just the easiest for me at the time. Didn't really understand custody. I've come a long way. I will break down cryptocurrency better than most people on YouTube. Not all. Like, I know there's some people out there that really know their stuff. Like go. Like, subscribe, bell button. My boy Ivan, he's a programmer. He's been doing it a long time. That dude knows his stuff. Elio Trades, I think he's in some kind of coding, IT related stuff. He really seems to know his stuff. I'm sure there's some other ones out there that really know our stuff, but I'm really like an engineer, been doing this for a long time. I'm not going to get into that story right now. And I've been this like When there's something in IT I want to learn, I freaking learn it. And right now, I want to learn blockchain. So that's what I've been doing. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to become a blockchain programmer. I don't got that much time on my hands, and I'm not looking to change my career to do blockchain, but I sure as hell looking to get rich off blockchain, and I think that's where it's at. Anyway, like an idiot, I was buying Bitcoin on Robinhood. I bought a little ETH. And I was just, because it was easy, it was convenient. I'm just like, whatever, Robinhood's big. I don't really think they're going to go out of business, blah, blah, blah. But you can't take custody. Now I'm in this position. Well, I'm not in it anymore, but we're going to get to that. I'm in this position where like, man, I can't take custody. I don't want to sell it because I'm up big and it's a tax situation. I want to at least wait a year. And, Robinhood has been saying they're going to allow custody. I don't know if that's ever going to come, to be honest. They don't got no reason to allow people to. No offense if you're using Robinhood, but Robinhood, it's got a lot of the younger, dumber money. And I'm not saying that's you. I had Robinhood for convenience, right? And to do I didn't do a lot of trading with it. And at the end of the day, I just like playing around with the fractional shares and this and that, and just being familiar with it and comfortable. It is super easy to use, to buy, like it is like a freaking game. It is a great app. It's really easy to buy and sell on there. A lot of people say their options are really easy. I don't know, man. I think options on there are hard as hell compared to like Tastyworks. Tastyworks desktop. Now the Tastyworks iPhone app sucked. Anyway. So I had all this Bitcoin over there and I had all this Ethereum. And this stuff starts hitting the fan this week. And I'm just like, man, they're restricting trades, not just on GameStop, on like 25 different stocks and things like this. You can only buy one at a time. Why are they restricting one at a time on stocks like AMD? What? Like, come on, dude, something's going on. Yeah, they got liquidity problems. They got big problems over there, man, and they might go bankrupt. So they're probably out there. If they're doing things like that, it's because their risk management team said, yo, we're in trouble. We need to do something, or you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying I'm a risk management expert, but I know enough to not be as stupid about it. And because, I play around with what kind of intraday margin you have, and I understand pretty decently how margin works. And that's a whole other problem, because right now, people buying on margin, it is at all-time highs. It's been at all-time highs. You got people like Meet Kevin bragging about how he's paying off his margin. Hey, look, don't get me wrong. I like some of what Meet Kevin has to say. Man, you cannot go out there saying things when you got millions of people watching you like, oh, you shouldn't trade on margin, but I trade on margin. Hey, I mean, come on, dude. That's just... Anyway, so think about this, right? And everyone's pissed off at Robinhood, and I don't know. I'm not saying this is all allegedly, a lot of allegedly going on. Look, this isn't financial advice. I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. So I'm afraid Robinhood could go bankrupt. Dude, the only thing I got in Robinhood is crypto right now. That is not insured, right? Imagine if Robinhood on Monday declares bankruptcy. You know what? And it's possible, right? I'm not saying this is happening, but it's feasible. You do not restrict trading on 25 plus shares of stock. There were times where you couldn't buy it, or if you could buy it, it was like one share at a time. What the hell is going on right there? Again, they have a massive liquidity problem. And here's what happens. And I'm not saying I'm an expert at this, but I do know enough to know. One of the reasons for margin is so that you could trade intraday and buy and sell and continue to buy and sell the next day too. It's not necessarily just so you can go margin your nutsack off going long as possible in the market, right? And a lot of people, if you're doing that, you're probably going to get wrecked, and it might compound a problem that's just starting to happen. Again, man, congratulations, all you dudes at Wall Street Bets. You did it. But now you're pushing it to the point you might cause the collapse of the entire stock market, man. It is getting a little bit rocky out there. You are rocking the stock market to its core. So I did. Let me check a few things here. Let me try and pull up my Tastyworks. I'm having graphics problems because I'm mining it. I've been mining Ethereum. I think I need to reboot my PC. Might have to buy a graphics card, a new graphics card here pretty soon. Let me tell you, them joints ain't cheap right now. Yeah, this is no bueno, boys and girls. Let me try and get my Tastyworks up. Anyway, in my big account over at Tastyworks, I know a lot of you people in and out over here, you've seen me trade in it. I trade in it quite a bit. I'm like, dude, I started liquidating a lot of my stuff. I'm just not feeling good. Oh man, why is my ADA wallet taking up so much cycles here? We gotta shut that thing down, man. I got too much ADA making 5% interest. You know what I'm saying? Do I need to leave that running? I wouldn't think so. Anyway, I need to figure that out, to be honest. All right, let me try this again. I know this is exciting stuff, boys and girls. Anyway, I closed out a lot of my positions, and I actually pulled out a lot more cash out of my Tastyworks account. I still have all my Tesla stock. I didn't touch anything in my IRA. My IRA's got a lot of Tesla stock. It's also pretty heavy into MicroStrategies and Riot and Mara. I still got a lot of Tesla. I still got the 100 shares of Tesla. I rocked it on the covered calls. Made a lot of premium there because, you know, Tesla did start tanking. I don't know, man. The VIX is up over 30. This could continue to happen. Oh my goodness. We've got some issues on my PC over here. Let me try and close some stuff down. Try and get some try and get some of those CPU cycles back. It's rough. So anyway, I closed a lot of stuff out, and I did transfer some money over, and I took out, I liquidated my Bitcoin and my Ethereum at Robinhood. I initiated a transfer because, dude, if they, like, come say Monday, if they were to say, man, we're declaring bankruptcy, we're insolvent, what have you, and I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying I don't want to deal with this risk. And I think it's possible in light of everything that's going on. And man, Wall Street Bets is not backing off. They're champing at the bit. You got that fool over at Barstool Sports leading the crowd. I mean, that dude's got money. He can afford to get wrecked on $1 million worth of GameStop. A lot of you retailers can't. And I'm telling you, you're playing with fire. You already won, guys. Anyway, what happens is with this, like, intraday margin and stuff, so when you sell a stock, it goes to their little routing firm and then it gets backed by some other place, and because it takes like 2 days for it to officially clear. If you didn't have, so a lot of people don't have a margin account. You have to have over $2,500 and you have to actually flip it on as a margin account. You don't have to use that. Most people think margin is for borrowing money off your stock to go longer in the market. You shouldn't be doing that. I don't do that. Plain and simple. You're just waiting to get wrecked. It's eventually going to happen. This market has been very conducive to that environment for a while now, but that could change on a dime. And when it happens, and if you're at full margin, you are going to get liquidated and you are going to have one of the worst days of your life. Anyway, that margin is meant, say you have 50 shares of Tesla, you sell it, you immediately get that money to buy back in and do whatever you want with because of this margin, right? Well, in actuality, that stock goes to the broker, then the clearing firm, and then whoever backs all this stuff, right? And that takes like 2 days to clear before all that clears. Well, so now you compound this with like just the crazy, insane volume with stocks like GME, and you add to the fact that GME there's a higher short, like the system's broke, and that's partially what got exploded and exploited and caused this huge short squeeze, right? You got all these shares trading. You know there's a ton of, like, even Wall Street bettors they're buying it, and then it goes up, and they sell it, and they try and buy it, and they're trying to make money too, not just holding, they're trying to day trade it and swing trade it. So you just got a massive amount of shares just change in volume, and every time buy and sold, like, you know, either Robinhood or the clearing firm, or I forget the name of that firm that has to back it. Like they're responsible for all that. And this is a risk management nightmare for Robinhood, because they're probably the ones on the hook. Not just Robinhood, any broker dealing with this, right? So if they're not on top of all these people trading on margin, and then a bunch of accounts like this, GameStop crashes, and say thousands, if not millions of people are in GameStop on margin, and then when like the hammer drops, all these margins, and hey, SGG, what's happening, man? I've just been going. All right, I'm gonna recap for you because I love you so much. All right, I liquidated a lot of stuff in my Tastyworks account. I still have my Tesla, I still have my Mart, I still have my Riot, and I took a bunch of cash out. I'm really, really, really nervous with what's going on. I think it was really upsetting, but I think there's a decent chance, a really good chance, that Robinhood is going to become insolvent. They're going to have to declare bankruptcy. And so I have a ton of Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's all I have over there right now, because I was an idiot. I didn't understand custody, and I didn't figure it out until later, right? And I'm up big on that, right? So just selling that sucked, because now I'm going to have to pay like 10 grand in taxes on that instead of waiting for the year. And I know Robinhood's never going to have the damn, custody that they keep promising about. I'm afraid that Robinhood is going to become insolvent and have to declare bankruptcy. And if that happens, my crypto's not insured over there, right? So I'm like, plus everything going on, like I don't hate Robinhood, all things considered. I think they got caught in a crossfire of Wall Street bets and not being able to have enough liquidity to handle this, because again, as I was describing, the people on margin are at all-time high. So you've got to know that a ton of these people trading this GameStop are probably just lost their mind, foaming at the mouth. Most of them are in it for the ducats, man. They're trying to make the money, right? Some people are in it for the cause, maybe, right? I mean, obviously the cause is part of it. But when you sell a stock, it takes 2 days for that to clear. So just think of the churn, the volume, all the day trading, all that, all buying the lows. Like there's some people just buying and selling it numerous times a day, probably eating up their intraday margin and what have you. And that thing goes up, man. Robinhood's going to be on the hook for that. Their clearing firm's going to be on the hook, and the people that back the clearing firm, because they have to be able to account for a person selling at GameStop at $300, and then, it makes your head want to explode. And the fact that Robinhood, is limited buying on up to 25 securities. We're talking things like AMD, Workhorse. Some pretty big names, not just yeah, dude, F them, F them, man. No, I don't look. I don't know if you heard that CEO on Robinhood talk, man. That guy's an idiot. No offense, whatever your name is, man. You're not very. They shouldn't have put you on camera, bro. But yeah, so I think Robinhood's out there I think they're the reason all those stocks got put the way they did, because their risk management team said, look, guys, we are effed. If the hammer drops on GameStop and all these people on GameStop are YOLO'd and margin to the hilt and buying this on margin, man, we are going to get wrecked. They're going to get wrecked. The clearing firm's going to get wrecked. And that's why Apex was putting limits on it too. But Robinhood went crazy. They were putting limits on everything. I'm thinking, so I watched a video on Ledger versus the other one. It starts with the T, Trezor, I don't know. I kind of like the other one better. Because the other one has a PIN code, and you can put in, like, say you were under duress and like someone was gun to your head and said, show me your crypto. Obviously a smart criminal is going to know this, but you can even put in a PIN code for a fake vault, and you throw a few little polka swaps in there or something. Yeah, the Webull, yeah, dude. So the Webull CEO impressed the hell out of me. That guy knows his stuff, man. Like, he knows how the system works. He broke it down and he explained it really well. And I'm like, dude, this guy, how do I invest in Webull? Because this guy is a freaking G, right? So anyway, I'm crazy afraid that Robinhood is going to become insolvent. They're going to declare bankruptcy, and my crypto is not insured over there, right? I mean, it's not insured at Binance, and it's not. I think it's insured at Kraken. I'm not sure about that. And I know Gemini insures it. I don't know what Coinbase does, but I know Binance has been hacked and lost crypto, and they pay for it out of their own pocket. So that gives me some warm and fuzzies, right? Anyway, man, I sold my crypto. It was, you know, probably about 5 stacks of high society. I'm going to get hit with like an $8,000 tax bill on that, whatever. It's going to take like 4 or 5 days to get that over. I did immediately put half of that back into Bitcoin. I lost, you know, a couple $100 in Satoshis because Coinbase is the only one that lets me do 25 G's buy at one time. Binance is only 5 G's. I did already buy 5 G's of Bitcoin ahead of time at Binance this morning. I got a little more FOMO. I'm out of control, right? And we'll see. I'll probably add another 10 or 15,000 and try and get back where I were. Maybe I'll get lucky. There'll be a dip. Maybe I won't. And I'll just start sprinkling it into some other stuff I want to get anyway, like all my other little small coins. Should be insured up to 250 or 500. What, on Kraken? Yeah, I don't know, man, but it's crazy. So because of what's going on, because of the fact that it's possible that Robinhood could get taken down, man, like we might be in another, like if Robinhood were to declare bankruptcy, what that could do to the stock market in the short term could be massive. In general, I'm not, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers out there saying the stock market's dead. Obviously, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they might be in for some very tough times. And I've said numerous times lately, I think the most opportunity, the best opportunity, the best risk reward right now is in crypto. So I'm going to focus on that. Still going to have my 100 shares of Tesla. I'm not giving that up. I'm not touching anything in my IRA, but I did liquidate a lot of my options plays. I'm probably, you know, I'll probably still do some options here and there a little bit. I didn't really do anything in my small account. That one's a lot more fun to trade in anyway. You know, the challenge of taking a $2,500 account, see how far I can bring that up by next October in 1 year. So for me, I'm probably just going to focus mostly on the small account and that crypto, man. That crypto stuff. I love that crypto, right? All right, let me see if I can get my, I'm going to have to reboot my computer or something. This just not working out for the good kids on my, I'm messing up my video card. Maybe a day or two. Oh, you mean maybe a day or two of disruption of Robinhood? Yeah, dude, I don't know. It just depends on how deep it takes it. Like a couple hedge funds, you know, they've already been wrecked. The clearinghouse for Robinhood, what's her name? Citadel, they gave Melvin like 2.5 billion in capital and Melvin got wrecked. Robinhood only valued at 11.8 billion. Now that will definitely go down. Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, if Robinhood were to declare bankruptcy, it's not necessarily the money. It's just the panic, and there's already a lot of panic in the market. The VIX is up over 30. There's a lot of uncertainty. This Wall Street bet stuff is causing a ton of doubt in the stock market, dude. Like their subscriber base is growing by like 10,000 a minute, or just something crazy. They're at like 6.5 million. People are piling in like droves. They're like, you know, this, F the system, F, you know, we're back to the, people are bringing up Occupy Wall Street type stuff, and it's getting pretty ugly. And, you know, with all the, you pile in the fact that we're dealing with the pandemic and the crazy uncertainty in the government, you got the left and the right just practically at civil war, especially at the extremes. So there's a lot of uncertainty. We know the market doesn't like uncertainty. You know, the crazy thing about all this liquidity and being able to cover it all and having to wait for 2 days, you know what solves all this, right? Blockchain, man. Blockchain is just like instant, right? So we know that It might take 5 years, it might take 10 years, it might take 20 years, but the stock market, the derivative market, the futures market will be on blockchain. I'm sure of it. And I mean, it just makes sense, right? There's going to be a lot of regulation. There's going to be a lot of investigations. There's a lot of stuff that went down. These clearing firms probably said, you know what, we might get a fine, but that fine's better than being bankrupt, right? We know how all these big institutions are, like Wells Fargo. Well, then these little fines, or little slap on the wrist they get. Facebook, little fines, little $5 million, even $5 billion fines for Facebook. Are you kidding me? The amount of money they make over there? They still short 112%, I think. I wish I knew that this was earlier. Just thought it was, yeah, I don't. So an investor with common sense is not going to jump into the stock trying to make a bunch of money, right? I didn't know they were the focus that Wall Street Bets had on this to identify that and get the masses together was extremely impressive. Yeah, it was extremely impressive. I am blown away by what they did with it. They found, and they started piling on more stuff. They found it. They exploited it. The way they were able to move the people. Now the problem is they did such a damn good job. They might take the entire financial system down if they keep it up, man. It's crazy. I don't really think that's going to happen, but it's possible. We didn't know it was happening in 2008. We were this close to being a third world country, and we have no idea how close we came to it. I don't know that now we just turn on the money printer and let it, we just keep printing until we back ourselves out of the current problem. Eventually that's going to catch up. And that's another reason to kind of be in crypto, right, man? Let me pull up Bitcoin because it's pumping right now. It's hurting me a little. The fact that it's pumping so much. Look at it go, man. Bitcoin to the moon. You like my chart there? You could see just as I called, dip down my light. The day I called it, like minutes after I called it, it did dip down. And I said it was going to go down and go back up to the moon. Now we're back up. We're back up above this trend line. I'll probably put in another 10 or 15,000 more in Bitcoin tomorrow. I'll be a little bit behind where I was before, but I do kind of want to start sprinkling some stuff around in some altcoins. ETH is still kind of lagging, man. You would think this would be pushing past all-time highs and moving to a 2x by now. That's lagging a little bit. I wouldn't mind putting a little bit more in that. That Cardano down a little bit. I think that'll make a comeback. I'm probably going to check out Uniswap this week. Maybe play around in some of these altcoins. The banks learned their lesson, never again until the real cash. Yeah, man, I think a real cash could come. Real crash could come, man. I mean, again, there's so much uncertainty right now. So all I got to do is connect to my wallet and trade, it looks like. Maybe I'll play around. I want to see add liquidity. Liquidity providers earn a 0.3% fee. Have you done any of this stuff over here at Uniswap or anything? I think there's a Polka swap. I need to figure this out. I want to look at all this stuff, man. You can buy everything. I know you got to, like with my MetaMask, I gotta add the coins to my wallet too. I might want to buy some Polka starter. Let's go around here and just buy a little bit of this. I like Mana. I've been hearing some good things. I definitely want to get me some Graph, some BAT. I'm starting to come around on the BAT, man. I'm just like, now that I think about it, being able to secure your browser with blockchain, but how do you make money off that, right? That's what's up. And then the Aave, I like some of that. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's crazy. I liquidated a bunch of stuff on my stock account. I don't like the uncertainty in the market. I'm going to hop out of that game for a bit. I'm going to, I'll still do some stuff over my small account, do some stuff over my IRA, and Try to make some retirement money in crypto. I think that's where it's at. I think with all this uncertainty, Bitcoin's going to start pumping. We got Papa Musk tweeting hashtag Bitcoin. So, you know, Musk likes dropping riddles, right? So when he starts dropping little tips and hints like that, you know he's up to no good with some Bitcoin. You know he's up to something. We got Michael Saylor having his little Bitcoin conference on the 5th or the 8th or the 5th, or I don't remember, the 4th through the 5th, first week of February. Ton of people are going to that. Many people are speculating that Papa Musk, Papa Elon himself might show up. There was a report I was reading from ARK Invest. ARK Invest is kind of causing some problems with the stock market too. I don't like that. Yeah, I wouldn't go heavy into that. I haven't liked that, but lately it's getting a lot of chatter. A lot of people are talking about it. I don't know enough about it. I just know it's on my radar, and if I were to buy it, it would only be like a couple $100 or something crazy. I've already got 74,000 ADA freaking making me 5%, earning me more ADA. So I'm already probably too much in ADA to be honest, but I love ADA, bro. Don't get me wrong. I think ADA might be my favorite crypto, honestly. I love Ethereum. I love Polkadot. I think Ethereum is going to be, it's probably going to be amazing. Worst case with Ethereum, it's just going to become a store of value, and then something like ADA and Polkadot will, be the ones. Who knows? I don't know that the Ethereum team has what it takes to, keep up with what Polkadot and ADA got going on, because that was the rumor is, or the thought process was, you got your Gavin Wood and Charles Hoskinson and all these other dudes, like they're just too many big egos that were in Ethereum, and that's why they all bounced and did their own thing. And I don't really know much about your Gavin Wood, and you like them apples. So how does that go? You regurgitate your Gavin. I know it's Gordon Wood. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Anyway, I don't know much about him, but what I've learned about Polkadot, I think it's freaking amazing. I love listening to Charles. He seems like a very intelligent individual. I like his thought process and what I've learned about ADA and the partnerships, and the fact of he's already going after Fortune 500 companies, and he has the appetite to be number one. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, man, I have 500 Polkadot being staked on Kraken. I love that stuff. I want to buy more, man. I'm addicted. It's like whoever traded Garbage Pail Kids or whatever. I wouldn't have bet. Oh no, dude, I'm not betting against Vitalik. I love Vitalik and I love Ethereum. And like I said, I think ADA or Polkadot has the potential to overtake Ethereum. No, okay. Being more useful. I don't know about overtake Ethereum price-wise. I think at minimum, just like Bitcoin, Ethereum will probably always remain number two. At minimum, Ethereum will always remain number two, because at worst thing, Ethereum will be a store of value. Best case, don't get me wrong, Ethereum has the potential to overtake Bitcoin and be numero uno. I'm not benign to that fact, and I have a ton of Ethereum. I would just say, in general, I like ADA probably the most. Like, if I had to pick a side, I love them all, but if I had to pick a side, if they said, Tom, gun to your head, you got to go to one of the four teams, Bitcoin, ADA, Ethereum, or Polkadot. Right now, I'm leaning towards Cardano, because if I had to, listen to someone day in and day out, I wouldn't hate having to listen to Charles. Ethan 88, I have my two biggest positions. Well, it used to be big. I mean, honestly, Bitcoin. I mean, we can pull up my spreadsheet. No, I closed that out. So it was like 50%. It was like 33% Bitcoin, 33% I might have even had a hair more ETH than Bitcoin, but I think my recent Bitcoin purchase today put me ahead of ETH. But my ADA, man, it's only like, it's about half of that, right? So it's a pretty big bag. Right now, I'm kind of trying to, I might add some more to my Polkadot bag. I mean, at the end of the day, if you really, 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 really wanted to play it safe, you can't go wrong with Bitcoin. I just think the reward is probably slightly better with ETH. I think right now, short term, I think Ethereum has the best reward potential. And then that it's going to slow down into, you know, as ETH slows down, maybe even gets a little bit of a pullback. That's when you want to, when I'll probably plan on start maybe pouring more into things like Polkadot and ADA, and then might start picking up some stuff. Like I love VeChain, man. I keep learning more and more about VeChain. I think I'm going to add, I want to try and, I might try. So right now I have about 18,000 VeChain. It was only like 500 bucks. I kind of want to get that to about 100,000. The more I learn about it, the more I really like that. I think that has the potential to be $1, $2, $3. I think there's a huge potential in there. It's very cheap right now. There's obviously some other ones I love because of Graph. You know, from what I understand, I need to learn more about that. But anything indexing, right? Data, just having the data, that's awesome. Obviously massive. Google is, you know, running nodes or what have you, so they see the value in it. And then you got your Theta. I mean, come on, dude. Video, decentralized video. YouTube's the biggest. I practically don't even need Hulu and Netflix and all that crap anymore because all I do is watch YouTube. Even though, you know, I hate half what I watch, I'm addicted to it, right? So I definitely want to get me some Theta, but yeah, right now my main focus is on the 4 Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, and Polkadot, and I can't get enough of it. How'd your week go, man? I am exhausted. It was a rough week at work. It's a rough week in these markets. It's a rough week in this Bitcoin. I tell you, man, it has just been rough all around. All this Robinhood, it's just like, I can't take the stress in Robinhood. Can you imagine if I woke up Monday morning and you can't do anything, like your account's frozen, it's not insured, right? It's not SIPC or FDIC, so yeah, I just couldn't take it. So I've tried 2 of the dishes from Tattooed Chef. I've tried the quinoa and cauliflower that I told you about. I didn't really care for it. I tried the ratatouille. It wasn't, you know, but I'm excited because I'm making some brown rice right now, and the balsamic butter, vinegar, vegetables or whatever. I'm going to put that on top of my, dude, it's impossible. Like once that algorithm figures you out, it's impossible, dude. Like for me, sometimes the hardest part is I want more crypto. Like I want to get as much crypto information as I can, but it's, you know, it's the same with stock channels. There for a while, I would watch a bunch of these stock channels just to see what I could figure out and see what's what. But you start getting all these crappy channels, and especially like, no offense to a lot of you big time guys, you just say the same stuff over and over, and you're cheerleaders, and you get everyone on whatever stock you think is, you know, Neo updates, and no offense, Mo, you're a great guy. I love you. And then it's really hard because I actually find like some great guys, some great channels, and they don't have a lot of viewers. It's just, you know, can't put in all the production value and everything. Just trying to find new stock. Yeah, man. I don't know, like if the spec is, I'm sub to over 500 now. Fine. Yeah, no, it's like, any good hot tips on some stock, guys? I'm chilling on the stocks for a while. I'm gonna, you know, I'm not looking to accumulate any more stocks. I'm going to continue to play the option game just because it's an easy, you know, greater than 50% chance. The way I do it, it's, you know, I mean, it's a nice little steady income. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. You don't have to look at, you know, all kinds of stuff. You just have to get it right in the short term, and even if you get it wrong, you could still get it right. And you know, you just play the numbers. It's easy to manage. You just sell a put spread, sell a call spread, sell it with Jade Lizard, what have you. And then you just put in your order, man, and it just kind of works for itself. And then if you're a little bit more risk adverse, you do the strangles. Dude, strangles are like 85% chance of being 50% profitable. And when they go against you, there's really good ways to defend against them. But when they really go against you, you know, it's a little bit painful. So it is what it is. I don't know how many people I'm sub to. It's a lot. And a lot of them I probably need to unsubscribe to, but it would take a long time. If you watch Tyler S on crypto, he's pretty funny, man. I just like his style. But yeah, I don't know when it comes to crypto, man. I know you said you mentioned Denom. I really like Denom. He's pretty cool. Who else out there is there? I look forward to Tyler S. He does a lot of technical analysis, but I just like his thoughts on the market. Leo Trades is good. I mean, he says a lot of the same stuff. You know, he's a bit of a cheerleader. Altcoin Daily is pretty good. I love Leo because he knows his stuff, though. He's got a little NFT thing going on I might want to check out. I do think NFTs, I do think there's going to be NFTs in gaming, man. Those gamers, they're out of their mind. They'll spend $10, $15 on a pair of digital sunglasses. So it's pretty crazy. All right, I really appreciate you coming in. I just wanted to get out there what I had going on in Robinhood. They're scaring me. I do think it could be a very volatile month. Monday will be a telling tale because hedge funds start buying on the 1st, right? And if it's still highly volatile and the market's still going down next week, I mean, that is not a good sign. We got to watch that volatility. I will be back Sunday, 3 o'clock. We'll do a little futures open. We can see what's going on in crypto. Probably going to get a little busy doing some Uniswap, doing some other stuff. Maybe try and figuring out Didex. There's supposed to be an airdrop coming up. And in order to get in that airdrop, you have to trade on Didex, I believe. I want to try that out. I hear it's supposed to be a pretty cool, pretty big airdrop. And I've never done any of that stuff. I actually kind of want to learn and try and figure out how to trade options, because I think that would be amazing. The way I understand it is you could sell an option to buy 1 Bitcoin. So I don't know how much premium I can get for selling, say, like, Sam, good to buy one whole Bitcoin at 25,000. And if I can sell a 25,000 put in Bitcoin and get me a few Satoshis, I'm all over that, man. Because I mean, it's the same thing. We're back in the same game. Greater than a 50% chance of success. I can do that all day long, baby. Anyway, I digress. Again, thank you for hopping in, SGG. You are my favorite. Don't tell that to anyone else. I will catch you hopefully on Sunday. You have a great weekend. Peace. Toodaloo.